I watched Selena Gomez's My Mind and Me and took lots of notes, so I want to not only break it down but also just like discuss with you, because it seems like I have different opinions from what I've seen online. I really appreciated how honest and open and vulnerable she was throughout the entire documentary with her mental health and her physical health. I also loved that this felt like a work in progress. It didn't feel like this was a documentary covering someone who is no longer with us or who is done with their journey. This felt like someone who's figuring their life out as she goes. The part where Selena was going through a bunch of interviews, like 4 in one day, and I'm sure that wasn't even the max amount of interviews she's had in a day. I'm glad that they included that in, because it's so draining to have to stay on at all times, and especially for her, it did come across like she was just a product. So like they wanted her to come in so they could get the clicks, they could get the views, and then they sent her off. Like when that one girl asked her, what other hat would you want to wear, and she answered philanthropy, and then they didn't respond. The only thing I can think of is potentially English wasn't that girl's first language, and so she didn't know what to respond, but that's an assumption. I couldn't tell for sure. Either way, if you're going to interview someone and you're going to ask them a question, like, you should always respond. You're not just talking to then have them answer and then you quickly like come up with another question or thanks, okay, goodbye. Like it's supposed to be a conversation. You're supposed to make them feel comfortable. And I'm also a reporter, so I know how this works, and that just like breaks my heart to know that she felt like shit after those interviews. I will say Raquel's getting a really bad reputation online, and everyone is saying that she doesn't actually care about her. She's not a real friend. She looks like a handler. To me, I do think that she works with Selena in one way or another. Like, she's literally traveling with her everywhere. Selena has to pay her bills, like pay Raquel's bills. There's just no way that Raquel isn't traveling with her everywhere. She lives with her when you watch Selena and Chef. So that part I can't wrap my head around. I think she has to work with her. It seems like she's pretty much always an ear for Selena, someone to listen, but at the same time, she's not being a yes man. She's like, listen, you have to make sure that you're still doing this, but at the end of the day, she's still making sure that she's taking her meds as well. Also, a lot of celebrities complain about having only yes men in their corner. I thought she did a good job of just keeping it real with Selena. Let me know what you thought of Raquel and what you thought of the documentary in general.